You can't take it back, no. I've got so much left to say, but I'll take my words and walk away.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you guys for watching. Classic Bike Rider here again. This is attempt number 2 to make a video. I just left for a ride, a long ride, trying to make a video using my controller, and dumb ass me didn't say that it wasn't recording. So let me put this here so I can see it blinking, so I know that when it's blinking it's recording, right? So there. Such a shame too, because I had a lot of good stuff to talk about. So I'll talk about it again. There's no other choice. Alright, it's not a cold start because I just came back for the ride. I went to transfer the video. There was no video. All right. Gotta fix my face shield. My sunshade. All right, here we go again. Hello everyone, and thank you guys for watching. Classic Bike Rider here again. Technical difficulties, all right? You can't make a blog without having technical difficulties. Even big stations and movie producers and then people have technical difficulties. So why not me? So yesterday in the morning, I went to make a video, driving down to Riverhead, getting lunch. And the first half of the video, there was no audio. There was just the audio from the GoPro, the outside noise. So, let me see. Did I plug the microphone in? Yeah, microphone is plugged in. All right. So I left my house yesterday. I didn't have my remote, so I couldn't find it right off the back, so I just went without it. Went down to Riverhead at the half part. First half, no audio, just the audio coming out of the camera. After lunch, I came back and I had audio from the microphone. So what did I talk about yesterday? What I talked about this morning, and I'm going to talk about it again. First, my homemade windscreen that I made for this microphone. It's an old microphone, so nobody's making any accessory for it. It's really good. It works for me. I'm not going to go buy another microphone just because. I'll replace it when this one goes bad. But the problem about that is nobody has windscreen for it. And in my prior videos, I was noticing that my breathing was a little harsh, and it was coming magnified in the audio on the video when I breathe. So I figure I built my own windscreen out of car sponge I bought a sponge to wash my car last year. The end of the year, I never used it. It was in the closet. So I figured, hey, I can make something that works. And I cut it a couple of pieces first. They were a little too short. Then I cut it a bigger piece and made it to work, and it's working. It's on there now. You can still sometimes hear the window, the outside wind noise comes through on the microphone, but not too bad. The other thing I wanted to talk about was my gas tank. I replaced my ring and gasket of my gas tank last week. I didn't make any video on the weekend because we had the kids. That's gonna be for later on. But Wednesday, I think last week, it was a nice day out. I drove the motorcycle to my stepdaughter's house, took out the gas tank. It was almost full because dumbass me, I took a ride, got gas in it, and I didn't ride it enough to burn the gas down, and the gas tank was almost full. It was a pain in the neck to take it out, but yet I got it out and was able to put it back in, no problem. It's actually not that bad. Once you do it once, you can do it as many times as you want. All right, let's go back this way. So I did take it out, and my worst fears came through. My gas tank is damaged right around the edge where the sending unit goes into the gas tank. Previous owners, they try to fix it. They put like a whole tube of rubber silicone in it, trying to make it stop leaking. And in part, it helped a little bit, but it was still leaking. It was leaking a lot because I could fill up the bike and not ride it for a couple of weeks and come out and the gas will be almost empty. So after I changed the ring last week, I noticed my gas cap is a vented gas cap. It has a hose that goes out to, I think, a charcoal canister, and I think that cap is plugged up a little bit because it's building pressure inside the tank and it's not venting out as it's supposed to. I mean, sometimes I hear it venting out, but not like it's supposed to, and that also contribute to the leaking out of that that leak in the gas tank. So I took it out, figure out what the problem was. It's leaking less than before, but yet it's still leaking. So I ordered another tank. It's supposed to come in tomorrow. It's a used tank, but it's in good condition. Comes with the sending unit already and the gas cap. So I looked online to order a new gas cap for this, and it was $100. Yeah, $100 for a cap, a gas cap. So maybe later on, depends on how the one performs, I get another one when I start working. Right now I can't afford it, and I hate this light because it takes for freaking ever. I don't even know why I came this way. So that's issue number one. So hopefully tomorrow my gas tank comes and I can get it fixed. No more leaks. So today's supposed to be nice. It's like in the 60s. When I moved my car, it says 61. But because the car was sitting steady and the sun was beating on it, it says 61. So it's probably like 55. But they did say it was gonna be like 61 today, so it feels that much. It feels like 61. The wind is gonna be picking up later on today, so I'm not gonna be riding too far, just to make the video and explain what happened yesterday with my audio, and try to burn up some of the gas. So now it's going down pretty good. So hopefully tomorrow I should take, since I'm out, might as well take it right to Harbor Freight and see if they have a pump, so I can pump out the gas out of this tank and into the new one tomorrow. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow, because I ordered the gasket for the fuel pump. The new one doesn't come with a fuel pump, so I had to transfer the fuel pump from this one to that one, and I didn't want to reuse the old gasket. I ordered a new gasket just in case, but if the gasket doesn't come, so I just went to the post office today and there was no gasket there. If the gasket doesn't come, then I have to wait until the gasket comes to do the gas tank, and hopefully it comes before I start working. So I think probably next week, the coming weeks, I'll probably start working, and I will have no time set for the weekends to do it. So that's my 2 cents on that. Gas tank will need to be replaced. My worst fears came through. I was fearing that the tank was damaged because the bike fell. This bike had taken so many beatings, you know, by previous owners. They beat on it, they butcher it. So I slowly putting it back together the way she's meant to be. Such a nice bike. Has so much power. I love it. And at one point I was looking to sell it. I mean, I still don't know. I like those Spyders F3s, and in the videos they look small, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get my big fat ass into one of those little things. But when I went to the dealer to take my tire, my rear tire, to get it fixed, they had an F3 there, and it's actually as big as this bike. Length and width is that big. Or I wanted to get the Spyder Riker, and it's not Spyder, the Riker, the Can-Am Riker 900 cc's. Those thing looks nice, but the thing about that, the one in Riverhead, they're not gonna be selling those Can-Ams. They're only gonna be servicing them. So I would have to go to a different Can-Am dealer to look at them. Somewhere, I don't know where. I think Oakdale, this one. So that's for later on in the year. If I do decide that I want to go that route, then I sell this. But I want to sell it to someone that's gonna take care of it, because this is such a good bike. Another thing that I worked on when last year and the year before after I got it, I noticed that the bike was bottoming out. Every time I go to over a bump, it was bottoming out. On the side, I thought that the shock might have been messed up, so I was gonna replace the shock. But last week when I took all the plastics out to take the tank out, I realized the shock has a dampening adjustment screw, and it was all the way out, so it didn't have no damping at all. It was just like having no shock. So that's why every time I went over a bump, it was bottoming out. So I adjusted it, and now I can feel. I mean, I can feel the shock doing this thing. It's actually holding very well. The rear trunk, the top trunk, ever since I got it, it was rattling. I mean, it's old. It's probably been there since 1994. I put some insulation foam in it, and it already wore out, so I'm probably gonna have to put some more. I got some strips of insulation to put in it. So I can stop it from rattling. So the wind is picking up over here, at least. In Hampton Bays it wasn't blowing this hard, but over here I can feel it blowing me really hard, the wind. So let's see, I used to work out here. Oh, another thing, yesterday on my ride back from Riverhead, I was having an issue. I could hear in the helmet vibrate, like a hard vibration. It was driving me nuts. Turns out the strap to strap the helmet on to my head has a little pigtail that comes out. It doesn't have a buckle to stick the pigtail into, so it was just flopping around in the wind. It was hitting the helmet and making that vibration. It was driving me nuts. So I stuck that piece of strap inside the helmet now, tuck it in, and the only thing I hear now vibrating is my jacket hitting against the helmet. So a few years ago I used to work out here, a place called East Pest Management, the one that I got mentioned before in my other video. It was somewhere over here. I think he built his own building now. Before he was based out of this building over here coming up. Let's see if it's still there. I know that I saw another building with his name on it. So yeah, this building is empty now. Still said Eastern Pest Control. I used to work there, but I saw another building with all these trucks out on the main road. So no more bottoming now. I'll be damned. I'll be darn it. All the time. Just a little bit screw. I screw my bike the right way. And she loved it. Now she's not bottoming out anymore. So now that I talked about what I needed to talk about, I can safely head back home with a video that I can post. This is still recording. I see the red light blinking. It's recording. This bike. Did I mention how many times I love this bike? I love this bike. It got so much power. And I'm getting the blast from that freaking truck up front. So, gonna stay back. Ooh, I wonder what's in there. I'm gonna go explore. I'm gonna explore and then I'm gonna go home. They're probably building houses. It's probably nothingness. Yeah, there's some houses back here. Looks like a walking trail, maybe. Or just houses. Okay, I know where I'm at. If I go that way, I end up at the laundry. If I go that way, I end up at where I came from. Let's go this way. Yep, that's Montauk Highway. I could go back. But I'm gonna take this opportunity to split this video into two so it won't be too big. Is it fucking freezing? Let's see. Wasn't responsive, and the GoPro wasn't responsive. So damn it. So I had to reboot the GoPro, and it wasn't doing it. It was a delay after you press the power button. It was a delay before it shut off. Oh my god. So I ended up having to take the battery out, put it back in the GoPro. I just hurt my my ankle trying to hold the bike up. So I put my my leg too far out, almost dropped it. Yeah, so I hope I didn't lose any footage again. So what I'm gonna do after I transfer the videos to the computer, gonna try to reset the camera to factory and see what's going on. This was a manufacturer refurb, so it was a warranty change or warranty repair, factory repair when I bought it. I took a look, see what the warranty status on that thing is, this thing is. Because if it's the camera, it's no good. It's not the SD card, because I just bought it. So let's go home and see what's going on with this thing. Yeah, so that company, Eastern Pest Management, is somewhere around here right now, where it's over there where that car is coming out of. That little, right there, that blue sign, that's Eastern Pest Management now. I don't know if he had that building constructed or if it was there before and he's renting it. Do not know. So very disappointed of this thing right now. So it might just be a fault with the camera. Think about that. Wind's picking up like they say they would. They say it was going to be like 35 to 50 miles per hour wind, and I feel it. But it's more windy over here than Hampton Bays, I guess, unless it's got to windy to Hampton Bays now, but it wasn't before when I left. The 2 times that I left, it wasn't windy at Hampton Bays, put it that way. Yeah, go get your lunch. You couldn't wait a couple of seconds. You had to just pull out of traffic. Slow poke. Oh, good. Go get your lunch. Gotta watch out for cops. They got nothing better to do at this time, so they go watching for speeders. So I'm doing 45 on the clock. GPS probably registering about 38, 39. Excuse me, I'm still burping my breakfast. Sorry about that. I made myself a nice omelette with ham and onions and pico de gallo. It's this Latin sauce with spice on it. It was actually pretty good on rye bread and Parmesan cheese. Quite a combo. There you go, the Central Prefix 3-course meal. Gotta find out how much it is, the price fix. Don't do it. Got some good throttle response. Wow. So I can hear my rear top trunk rattle. I don't know if I talk about that in this video or the one that I lost that I never recorded. I got some insulation to put on that bracket in the back and the top back trunk so it can stop rattling. I did that the first year I had the bike and it stopped for a while. I burn more gas now. I don't have a lot, so it'll be easier to take my tank out. Oh, I gotta look at the tracking number on that sending unit gasket, not sending unit, fuel pump gasket for the new tank, see where it is. Hopefully it'll come tomorrow. They both get here tomorrow, so I can plan to do the tank tomorrow. Will keep me busy. There was a scooter before, pulled out of the bank, and it was coming this way, a Yamaha scooter, older scooter. Went by, so I looked at it in my mirror when I turned into my street. It went by down this way. It's a nice day to be out on a motorcycle. Too bad it's going to be so windy later that it's going to be too dangerous to be on a motorcycle. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Any suggestions, you can post them down below. You can like, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like my videos, you can post a comment down below. Just don't make it nasty, just a comment what you don't like about my videos so I know what to fix and what to talk about. Alright, so this is my my thing. I put my kickstand down, my side kickstand down first. Get off the bike. Then take out the handle. That's to help you lift the bike up. Put the center stand down, lever the bike, and just pull and push. Pull on here and step down on the kickstand, on the center stand, and up she goes. But I think I'm too far. So that's where my car parks. Yeah, I guess that'll be good. There she is, my baby. This is Classic Bike Rider signing off. See? Push the button, nothing happened. Not registering the push. If I do it on the camera, it might stop.